Alright, welcome back everyone. I am Adrian Sanders again, representing myself for Sanders Games. So if you didn't watch my last video, I had been working in processing all the way up until now, and I'm switching over to HTML5. That's actually just a fancy way to say JavaScript. So it's just JavaScript and HTML tags, and just to make it playable on the web. So I'm doing all of this through the help of Chris DeLeon right now. So if you're watching this, Chris, thank you very much, and I'll be working with him for a few more weeks, and I recommend anyone that really wants to do this to do so. He is very smart and very wise and mighty, and you can go over to hobbygamedev.com. I think that's enough of a plug for Chris, but anyway, on to what I've been doing for this past week. So I say all that to say that this is really just going to be a showcase of the examples Chris has. So as you can see right now, this is the Brickbreaker / Breakout clone. Nothing too fancy yet, just the functionality is working. There's no point system, there's no sound effects, no fancy graphics yet. Okay, that's very crazy, but this is just showing what I've basically done is taking the beginning steps of this game, and with the help of Chris's example code, worked through it to make this on my own. So think of it as cooking, and I followed a recipe. So this is all done. I really just wanted to get through the examples right now and not worry about making it fancier. Doing any of that is just going to take some more learning, but I just wanted to get through as many of the examples as I could have within this week. So this is Brickbreaker, very simple. Alright, this next game is going to be a racing style game. So everything on this screen is in a tile location, and you have two cars here. So one is controlled, this one, the blue one, is controlled by the arrow keys. The green one is controlled by the WASD keys. There's acceleration, and there's reverse, and there is turning. There's a minimum speed you have to maintain in order to allow you to turn. So it's turning here, I can't dry steer, so as soon as I stop turning. And when you are awesome and get to the end like this, both cars reset. So once again, very simple. This is just the basics of this example. Green car won the race, and without any fanciness done to it. Alright, this next game is called Warrior Legend. Again, no fanciness. You have a warrior. This is this whole screen is tile based, and you just have a counter saying how many keys you picked up. Bloop, and if you have a key, when you walk through a door, you can open it. So this is kind of like a puzzle. It's where you have to say, well, I have this many keys, but I can't go down there to those 3 doors. You have to kind of save your keys and make sure you go in the right order. Very awesome. This is controls are simpler, but as you can see, this could cut and lead into something like a top-down Zelda, one room at a time thing. I would really like to dig into this because I love Zelda, but the challenge is just going to be making multiple rooms and dungeons and switching between those, but that is coming in the near future. Alright folks, this is going to be the last example, and if you can read this very tiny text, in my last video I previewed creating one of my older games in processing, one of my older original from scratch functionality things, whatever you want to call it. So I have end-to-end. This game is called end-to-end. So here it is. Everything that I did initially is in here, where I just said draw a rectangle on the screen, don't allow it to get off the borders, and when you get to the end of the other end of the screen, whoop, you have a you win, and you're not allowed to move again because you have to click the mouse to start over. Now the only thing I don't have in this yet is the timer that I had in my my other examples, which were this game and the game with the sliding, and then the same thing with a maze. And that is kind of an important part for later iterations of this game, especially if I want to use a maze, because I want to say, alright, well, if you keep hitting the walls, you have to go from the beginning, and how long or how fast can you get to the other side without hitting a wall. So all of that is to come. I really would have liked to do this, and well, this isn't done, and the pointing and shooting game, but I haven't gotten there yet, and I'm just going to keep playing this. And ideally, by next week, I would like to have a game complete where it's a maze and a turn and shoot type thing. So those won't take long, but you won't see them in this video. So that's all I have so far, folks. I've moved over to HTML5. It's very interesting. I'm not too concerned about putting this stuff on my website yet. I just want to get comfortable in it, and then I'll just throw that stuff up there, and if anyone really wants to play these awesome little games, they can, but I'm making these videos so you don't really have to, and you just see what I'm working on. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.